many years ago, I guess about 25 years ago, we'd been in Pacific and Asia for 10 years, and my wife and I and our son went back to Salem to take a break. And during that year, my son, who loved soccer or football in Asia, joined a league and had a blast. Would go out and play and just thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, I wanted to go watch him, so I'd go and hang out. He had a coach, and they were doing great stuff, and I'd just kind of hang out with the coach and talk and try to be encouragement and just be involved. And one day the coach said, "Hey, Matt, can you oversee? Can you be a coach for the rest of the day? I've got to go do some stuff." So I was out there, and we broke them into two teams, and we were just having practice. They were playing each other. And so I would have the ball and say, "Okay." Then I'd set it down, and they'd start at it, and they'd get going. And I'd set the ball down and okay, go. And all of a sudden, for the first time I realized, because they were all kind of broken up out over the field, and you had all their different positions set up. As soon as you set the ball down and said, "Okay, go and play," all of a sudden it's like reality changed, and everybody, all the kids on that field, ran towards the ball, and soon, within a minute or so, there was this little group of kids all around the ball, just standing there and trying to kick it. So I would whistle and say, "Stop." Just go back to your positions. I'd do that, and I'd go back to their positions. And then, "Okay, go." And lo and behold, within a minute, the draw of the ball, the seduction of, "Oh, can I kick the ball?" A little mob around the ball. And so then, being a teacher, I couldn't help it. I said, "Okay, now go back to your positions. Now, when I blow the whistle, and you hear me blow the whistle, I want you to freeze." So I set the ball down. I said, "Okay, go play." And so they were all kind of slowly moving towards the ball, this little mob. And all of a sudden, I blew the whistle. I said, "Okay, stop. Now, where are you?" And they'd look around. It was almost like, as they looked around, they thought, "How did I get here?" Because they have no self-awareness. They're little kids. They're just trying to figure it out. I was trying to help them. And I'd blow the whistle and say, "Okay, where are you?" And lo and behold, they'd kind of realize, "Oh, dang, I'm supposed to be a forward. I'm supposed to be back at defense." So then they'd kind of slowly trot back, and then I'd say, "Okay, go." The seduction of that ball. And that's when I began to get real clarity on the first question God asks us: where are you? He wasn't just asking Adam. Yes, it was relevant for Adam, but what was relevant for Adam was relevant for all of us. The most fundamental question that you can ask in any relationship is, where are you? Because that's where all relationship starts. Before the rebellion, God didn't need to ask the question, because there was this keen sense of awareness. There was this keen sense. There wasn't anything blocking. There was nothing to hide from. There was no sense of distortion or deceit. And the first fruit of the fall is we lost the context for life. In missions, we'd call it contextualization. But in very simple terms, some of the researchers in organizational development call it simply reality. One of the first questions that you ask when you're dealing with change or development or growth is what's the question? Okay, what are the facts? What do we know to be true? Which is another way of saying, where are you? Someone calls you up on the phone and they says, "Hey, Matt, how you doing? I want to come see you." What's the first question you ask before if they don't know where you live? Well, the first question you ask is, "Where are you?" Because the directions that you give are contextualized, are relevant to the reality of where they are. If they're north, you can tell them south. If they're south, you can tell them north. And so the first question God asks is one of the most profound questions that anybody could ask, that we're still asking and still wrestling with today. Where are you? Where's humanity? Where's society right now? Where is our nation in development? How am I looking at my organization? What stage of growth are we in? How are we responding to? And questions start to flow out of that. What I love about that first question, first engagement of God who comes to humanity, is to ask a question, fascinating in and of itself, and to ask a very specific question. He asks three. This is just the first one. Where are you? We're exploring on a new journey, creating some space. I've been working at leadership and writing, developing, working within developmental organizational structures for 30 years now, trying to help people grow. We're developing online courses, books, materials. We've got a daily devotional, opportunities, and what we really want to say through all this is, no matter where you are, we want to meet you, we want to connect with you, and we want to create a space for you. We want to help you answer the question, where are you? And not just be stuck as a fatalistic, but in light of where you are, then, okay, where are you going to go? How do you want to develop? How do we develop leadership? How do we grow this capacity? First, in yourself. That's the first question anybody has to answer. Where am I in regards to this relationship, in regards to appetites, desires, gifts? And it's only as we become more aware of that we can start to grow in our capacity through this. So if you're interested in joining us, if you're aware that maybe you could use some refinement in the question, where are you? If you're interested in growing in an ability to lead in the midst of uncertainty, in the midst of tensions, you want to grow in your leadership capacity in a changing world, come join us. We're going to have some great conversations. We get a chance to share at a heart level. We get a chance to kind of heart map out and understand each other in more ways. We're working on the structure that we think would serve you and meet your needs, at least as a good starting point. If you're interested, check out the link. Otherwise, come join us when you are. Thanks. Have a good day.